Hello, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I know some of you have not met me, so if you haven't, my name is Lethiwe Sithole and I am a musician. Today I decided I just want to tell you a little bit more about myself. Who am I? Where am I from? And why do I sing? So let's start. I was born in KZN, KwaZulu Natal, in the northern parts of KZN, in a town called Empangeni, Gwelezane Hospital, a long time ago. I have two brothers and two sisters, and we grew up moving around a lot in KZN. Like, for example, we stayed in Pangeni, then we went to Ulundi, then we went to some point we were staying in KwaNongoma, but my village, if I can call it that, whether in the rural areas, it's Emahlabathini, is Vabin. And my mom somehow relocated, and she's now in Melmoth. But growing up was quite fun. I moved around a lot of primary schools. I went to Waka Primary School, that was the first one. Then Ntuko Primary School in Melmoth. Then I was Nongoma Primary School in KZN. Then I moved to Masbane High School. I completed the Masbane High School. Awesome. Went to boarding school, gained some independence. Yeah, then I did very well in my matric. I ended up going to university, did my BSc in metallurgy, finished that in record time at Wits University, and I started working. I worked for a large blue chip company. So work was good. I did 11 years, 12 years of working. Started from graduate, I moved up, got promoted, SPM, promoted, metallurgical and promoted, plant superintendent. So I think I did pretty well in my work career. I grew a lot. I learned a lot of skills. I enjoyed myself. It was my time then. But music kept calling me, which is how I decided I need to transition, career transition. I need to transition and be able to do music and now become a businesswoman and entrepreneur. So doing a whole lot of that, but I want to focus more on the music because the music is the heart and soul of, should I call it me? Yes, I'm a Zulu girl. You'll find that the music that I sing most of the time is sung in Zulu because I'm a Zulu girl. So when I have to dig deep and talk about, let me call it things that touch me, the music, that the language that is my language of heart is Zulu. So because I sing soul music, I then have to, when I tap into my heart, I tap into my heart in Zulu. So that's why most of the songs you'll hear are in Zulu, and you'll find that they're very deep because I will be searching and really going into my soul to find the songs, if I can put it like that. So I started singing. I can't be said professionally. Let me say professionally, I then started singing in 2019 professionally, because before then I was singing at church, enjoying, worship at church, and I went to different churches, but they all shaped me in one way or another, because originally our home church, my father is Zionist, so we went to the Zion Church in KZN, which is Zion Apostolic Church of Christ. So where was I? I was talking about my music being Afro soul and me starting to sing in 2019. Yeah, so I started singing professionally in 2019. I released my first single, which is A Victory. That was a gospel song. Check it out on iTunes. Check it out. It's still there on digital platforms, iTunes, Spotify. You'll find Victory. That was the first single I released. For me, then I just was discovering the process of making music and getting it out there. That was phenomenal. Through my process, I think the one person who's been really phenomenal for me on the music front has been Jean Michel, because Jean Michel is my vocal coach. He's also my producer when it comes to the music that I do. So he's a person, because I as a vocal coach and as a guitar instructor, so he's my vocal coach, my guitar instructor, and my producer. So I would just say I was very fortunate that God linked me up with someone like him, whom his passion is to teach and empower others, and therefore my passion at the time was to learn a lot more about music. So the universe kind of like just brought us together and we're able to do that. So I'm just grateful for that. The second, after releasing Victory, I then worked on my EP. My EP is out also on digital platforms. It's titled Bambelela. So when I did the EP, that's when I really, because the EP now is in Zulu. That's when I was, let me call it, really traveling deep, understanding my soul. The first song that I wrote on the EP and recorded was Usizi. That song, a lot of people tell me, they tell me that it's full of umunyu ngesiZulu, usizi. That's what it is anyway. So it's about women. I was reflecting on the issues that women in society, who are older than me though, have gone through and have faced in order to give women who are like me right now opportunities that we possess and things that we can achieve right now which they couldn't, and that their struggles were kind of different from our struggles, and yet they persevered. So it's all about women. So I like that song a lot. The second song in my EP is Inyathuko, which means indlela in Zulu. It's another word of saying the path, if I can just put it like that. That one was just me talking about humanity, talking about us, people, society, that we all on our different paths, trying to do certain things, trying to achieve different things, and that when we're walking these paths, these races we're running, it's important to recognize that there are people who've ran those races ahead of us, and that when we really want direction, we ask them because they've traveled the path. That's what that song is about. The third song in the EP is titled the third song. No, that's the third song. Inyathuko is the third song. The second song is Bambelela. That's the title track of the EP. Bambelela is really great. My sister says I took some of I was using her as an inspiration for that song, but anyways, I use my life as an inspiration and people that I interact with and a lot of other things. So yeah, that song is about holding on, because all of us, when we're going through life, we are bound to come across certain challenges. So that song Bambelela is about holding on and not letting yourself give in to challenges, and realizing that there is always hope. There's always a way, as long as you keep, should I call it, the dream alive. That's what Bambelela is about. The last song, Sibheke Kuwe. That's a prayer. Sibheke Kuwe is a prayer. That is me having a conversation with God. That's what prayer is, isn't it? Having a conversation with God, saying that, Lord, we look to you, we trust in you for all the things that we want to achieve in our lives. We trust you, we believe in you, and we know that we're definitely gonna achieve those things. So Sibheke Kuwe is about that. It's a prayer on behalf of all of us, to God, about our lives, our hopes and dreams. So yeah, that's my music so far. I am working on the album. I'll be telling you a little bit more about it with time. So stay tuned and subscribe to this channel so that you can find out a lot more about what's happening in my life as a musician. So I'm so excited, guys. So that's it for now. I just wanted to share a bit about myself. So thank you for tuning in. Until next time, cheers.